yeah, 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 yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eyes. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, howdy, folks. Bible Guy here, coming at you live from Northeast Texas. How we all doing today? Actually, here, let me turn my volume up. There we go. How we all doing today? Good to see you all here. Looks like we got our first guest for the day already. So we're going to bring him up. Joseph Dreams. Joseph, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Hello. Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And you're a Christian?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joseph, which one of the 7 questions on the board would you like to give us an answer for today?
There's nothing on the board. I just see you.
Oh, sorry. It's on YouTube here. Let me fix that for you real quick.
Where you from, bro?
Texas. There you go. There's the board
You
with
were
the
born in
7
Texas?
questions. Born and raised. Yeehaw. So which
Me
one
too, bro. So you being born in Texas, that's a fact that can never be taken away from you, right?
Yes.
And it doesn't matter that you're from Texas, right? Because people that were born in Japan also know that this feeling can never be taken away from them as well, right?
Sorry, I don't care for this. Which one of the 7 questions on the board did you want to give us an answer for?
I like how you're running, though.
I'm not running. Like, this is how the show goes. I present the 7 questions.
I'm just letting you know, but you also know.
I don't care about the fact that I'm from Texas. In fact, I hate that fact about myself. So,
and you can't say you're from Texas without saying I'm from Texas.
God. Oh my God. Well, it's a good thing
Why do you say, oh my God?
It's a good thing that the original Hebrew of Exodus 3:14 doesn't say I am that I am, right? Because then it's irrelevant that I say I'm from Texas.
Whenever you say I am, they're saying I am that.
No,
I am.
That's not Exodus 3:14 doesn't say I am that I am. It says Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh, I will be what I will be. And it has, and if someone uses the English phrase I am or I will be, it doesn't demonstrate the existence of God. This is the worst talking point I've heard. So which one of these 7 questions on the board would you like to give me an answer for?
So if I was asking, which Bible guy are you? You'd say, I'm that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's good all the time.
Do you really think that this is a good talking point? It's not.
But when you break it down, that's how you understand it.
Nope. If I use the phrase I am in a sentence or I will be, it has fuck all to do with Yahweh.
It says I'm
I know. Well, that's not actually what it says.
You can't say
that's actually
I
Joseph.
am that I am without saying
Joseph. That's not actually what the text says.
You know the Bible more than most pastors.
Yes, I do know that, which is why I'm not a Christian. Now pick a topic.
And you can't say you're Texan without saying
Jesus Christ. Joseph, you dummy. Pick one of the 7 questions on the board. This is embarrassing and annoying. Which one of the 7 questions do you think you have a good answer for me? It's already off to a bad start. Joseph, you know you're muted, right? Joseph. Right now is the most sense that Joseph has ever made in this moment. Right now. After the mic went off. Joseph, there's a little microphone button at the bottom of your screen with a little slash to it. Touch that. Come on, Joseph. You, Lord, know better than I. Who else saw Joseph, King of Dreams? I'm alive, Lord, I need to know why. I'll take what answers you supply. Know better than I. Come on, Joseph. Joseph, I'll give you 5 seconds to... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bye, Joseph. You had shit talking points. All right. Crash out right at the beginning of the live. Hate to see it. Anyways, Joseph had bad arguments, and he decided to make that everyone else's problem. Who else saw Joseph, King of Dreams from DreamWorks? Let's see. All right. Looks like we got some super chats to read. And guys, if you wanted to know how I did yesterday, I absolutely wrecked my bathroom after the show. So, you know, there you go. Jess says, I've seen it. Yeah, it's like the Prince of Egypt was better, higher quality, but the music, King of Dreams was okay. The animation just wasn't there. I'm so glad you told us that information. Hey, you. All right.
At Nicotine Beams with the $5. It seems when asking for a sign from God could have been in the form of lightning or maybe a mysterious wind occurrence, yet there was never a sign.
So asking a sign from who? It seems when asking for a sign from God. I think I might need a little bit more context for this. Where's the voice? Could y'all not hear the voice when I did it?
I have the voice changer on right now. Can you not hear the voice? Right now, nope. Uh-oh, what's going on? Let me go to my settings and make sure everything is input, output. Don't know
why the voice changer is not working. It probably has something to do with these. So give me a second. Oh, here we go. My fancy bag or my fancy headphones. Which way does this thing open? You can hear it on YouTube. It's just the people on TikTok who can't hear it. Oh, I bet if I do this, guys can hear it. Let me try this out. Boom. All right.
Can you hear the voice on TikTok now? All right, well, I'll just have to bring out these bad boys. Just give me a moment, guys. You, though. Check. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. There we go. Fantastic.
Well, There we go. Got that all figured out. Anyways. And then we have another super chat here
from at Chef's Facts with the 19.99 pounds. Hello, Governor. Here is a contribution towards the Jesus Toaster.
Guys, I'll tell you this. On the list of things which are... Oh, there she is. On the list of things which are a financial priority for right now, the Jesus Toaster is not up there. Car, and then wherever I figure out I want to move next, that's the big one. And maybe a vacation to New Zealand.
Hey, I just came up to tell you that we still can't hear the voice.
You can't on on TikTok. You can't hear it.
No, we still can't hear it. It popped up for a second. We could hear it for a second, and then it went away.
You can't hear it right now?
Okay, now we can hear it.
Okay, now you can hear it. There we are. Fantastic.
Okay, good. Thank you for that. I turn it off and on. That's why I only have it on to read the message, not to anything else.
Well, when you just read that message, we didn't hear it. It wasn't on.
Here's a contribution towards the Jesus Toaster.
Yeah, when you read that the first time, the voice wasn't on.
Oh, well, did you hear it just now?
No,
I don't know what's happening.
it's still not working.
I guess the voice changer will just be for you fine fellows on YouTube today until I figure out whatever the fuck is happening today. So,
at Nicotine Beans with the $5, which is why it makes me laugh when people say they've received messages from God. God spoke to me, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, it's always God spoke to me. And how does God speak to us? It's like, I felt this impression in my soul. God told me that you and I are, as the typical, like, what is it? You go to like the church chat thing. Like, God is telling me that we're supposed to be married. And then what is it? A couple months later, he's like, God is calling me away to a different direction. Maybe it's not God. Maybe it's just you.
And then at Gemnico6 with the $2. Don't feel bad. You could be born 7, raised in Florida. You could be born 7, raised in Florida. Oh, even
like, you know, I talk about how bad Texas is. Texas is real shit. But like, I don't want to like sit here and talk about who's worse, Florida or Texas. We're both equally shit. I'll give you that. But California is looking quite nice this year.
And then at Semi-Urchin with the $4.99. That stupid I am talking point is almost as bad as the whole when you excel, you say Yahweh one that somehow is still used.
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure that Dunderhead has come up here before and has used that argument before. It's a really bad argument. If I say the words I am in English, I am an atheist. That somehow validates the existence of Yahweh, because in the Hebrew Bible, God is called Ehyeh, Asher Ehyeh, which sometimes it's translated as I am, even though that's not quite accurate, you know, kind of stupid. Anyways, everyone make sure you're tapping that screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some conversations. I'm Dalton the Bible Guy, resident Bible expert atheist or whatever. Pokebear, thank you for the follow. Guys, I went up on a live yesterday. Oh yeah, but that's a new update, by the way. We are no longer using the word incel. We're no longer using the word incel. Because here's the logic for this. An incel is someone who is involuntarily celibate, but these people are not involuntarily celibate. They're doing this in themselves. So now the new term that we're deeming these people, they are the unfuckables. That's it. which makes them sound like a super villain team. But yeah, they are the Unfuckables. And you know what? Don't give me the credit for that. That one entirely goes to Camwise. Hello, Kimberly Gay AF. Good to see you here. Coffee says, yeah, no, that makes more sense. Yeah. Roy says, expert atheist. Darth smoked you in a debate a week ago. What? Roy, I think you might be on something, bud. I haven't spoken to Darth in months. What are you on about? I think you might be a bit confused there, old timer. I thought Hillary coined it. I don't know who Hillary is. The first person I heard say it is Cam, and we're putting the TM on it today. Darth Dawkins in months. Okay, yeah, like Roy, Darth or Gary Milnes blocked me from his channel months ago. I don't see that fucker's live show up at all because I'm blocked. Oh man. And also Darth Dawkins doesn't know the Bible, so I would have smoked his ass 100%. Maybe he's thinking of Tom Rabbit, but that can't be right because Tom Rabbit, who sounds like me, smokes Darth all the time. Let's see. The Sarge don't. You mean Darth Dawkins, the coward who can't go anywhere? He's not a mod. That's actually factual. Like Darth won't go into he's never come into my lives because he doesn't have any power here. Me, I walk into enemy territory all the time where I get muted because I'm not a fucking coward like Gary. Deity Demi says insulted me instead of refuting my points. That's all he does. Yeah. You know? That's all Gary does. Nope. You don't know the Bible. Your evidence is weak. Roy, why don't you come up here and prove to everyone that I don't know the Bible? Come on. Don't be a keyboard warrior. It's really pathetic. But instead we got David coming up here. David, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18?
Yeah, man. I'm 40 years old.
All right. And what pronouns do you go by?
I don't have any pronouns, my guy.
Could you say that again without using any pronouns?
No, I just go with the conversation, man. Come on. What's up?
I need to know that
So you don't believe in Jesus, bud?
No, I need to know that you're either smart enough or honest enough to have this conversation.
What the fuck, bro? Have the conversation. Just shut your mouth. Go, bro.
They get so triggered. Could you say that again without using pronouns? Tell me that you don't have pronouns without using pronouns.
Go ahead, man. I go by David.
Whoa. You don't use. Okay, here, I will accept that you don't use pronouns, but from now on, for the rest of the conversation,
your brain is, bro. You're so worried about pronouns. You won't even have the conversation because your brain is so cooked.
Use any pronouns,
you Harry Potter.
I got glasses. That's it. That's all the similarities. So I will accept that you don't use pronouns, but if you use pronouns, teeth, buddy. If you use pronouns at all, no, my teeth are brushed right now, bud. If you use any pronouns for the rest of the live, though, every time you use a pronoun, you will hear that sound.
With all that butter.
I'll ask you number. Listen, this is you crashing out. You're just crashing out like a snowflake.
So you don't believe in Jesus, right? You don't believe in God?
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
Sorry, you don't. The you is a pronoun.
Go ahead, answer, bud. Do you?
Sorry, you is a pronoun.
Do you believe in Jesus or God?
Sorry, you is a pronoun. Try again.
Does your dumbass brain up there believe
your
in
is
God
a pronoun?
Or Jesus?
I think you're a liar. Is what you
can't
are.
Even have a conversation with these clowns, bro.
You is again a pronoun.
You're just so cool. Your brain is so cool. Your brain is.
I think you might be an idiot because like. David.
Hey, what's your name?
David. It's your boss. Anyways, David.
Yeah, it's your boss.
David, if I if I was sitting behind the wheel of a Ferrari and I was driving,
would never be sitting behind.
And I was driving down the street, and I said to you, I don't drive cars. Look
at you muting me.
Look at this guy crashing out,
y'all.
You
gotta mute.
Look at this. They They have no self-control. That's
All
supposed-
you do is
that's
mute,
sup-
bro.
that's supposed to be what. Here, I'm just going to turn my headphones down so I can't hear you. So
You and
they're
Ferrari?
supposed to have the fruits of the spirit, and yet one of the fruits of the spirit
Can't even
is
go- you just
self-control. And yet, look at David here in in my box,
Look at this
crashing
mustache.
out like a little bitch.
Oh, this mustache.
So David, if I said to you, I don't drive cars, all the while I was like driving a car, what would you think about me?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You'll see what this has to you'll see what this has to do with David.
What the fuck is this guy with a mustache?
Anyways, if I was driving a car and told you I
Oh
don't
my-
drive
if I was
cars, would you think I was
Hold
an
on, let me
idiot?
talk for 20 seconds.
Would you think I was an idiot
Let me talk for
or
20
that I was just disingenuous?
Yeah, he won't let me talk for 20 seconds, bro.
Answer my question.
Look at this guy. If I'm driving a car, but then I'm not driving a car, what am I?
So you weren't even listening. So I said, if I was driving a car and I told you while I'm driving a car, I don't drive cars, would you think I was an idiot or that I was disingenuous or something like that?
I think you're just an idiot, period, bro.
I don't think you understand what's.
All you do is mute. You're scared to have. Scared, bud.
Look at him crash out. This
Look
is
at
so
you being so
embarrassing.
You gotta keep.
I'm not scared of you. You don't even know how pronouns work.
Then stop muting.
You're intellectually inferior.
Stop muting me.
Like you're getting back shots right now and you don't even realize it. Well, sorry, David.
Yeah,
But
you're talking about back shots,
these
bro. You haven't touched a woman.
These lives are meant for adults. I don't talk to minors, David, and you're obviously at least intellectually a minor. So sorry, no talking to you. David was. You know what's really funny, and I will never understand this either. Right now, David is in the request box after I dropped him. I'll just mute you in the comment section. So up to that. See, look at that. I got the power. You don't. So I dropped them. And then they immediately come back as if I have like no object permanence. Like I forgot that they existed because they're no longer on the board. Like, guys, Christians, they're just not bringing their best today, are they? Man. Lathe of Heaven says, David, he's just not that into you. That is the thing, David. I'm not that into you. Sorry, bud. Do you want evidence? I do, but I got to know that you're at least smart enough or honest enough to have the conversation with me. Because listen, if there's one thing that's a huge pet peeve for me, it's stupidity. And it's also dishonesty. Those are my biggest pet peeves. Dishonesty and stupidity. And if you can't answer a simple question like, what are your pronouns? You're either dishonest and you know how pronouns work, but you're just refusing to give them. Or you're just too stupid and you like don't remember what pronouns are. One of those two things. Sergeant Roy, I'm also going to put you in timeout. If you want to run your mouth, you're going to have to come up here and run your mouth. See? David left. He sure did. All right, we got another super chat here from
That's Nicotine Beans with the $5. If God wanted me to worship him or her and prevent me from going to hell, then a sign isn't asking for too much, especially if hell is eternal.
That is a good point. Yeah. Like, guys, if God has all of the omni properties, he's all good, which would mean he would desire for me to be saved. He's all knowing, so he knows exactly what it would take to do that thing. I'm about to read what you just said, Cam. 1 second. And if he's all powerful, then he knows how to accomplish that end. Therefore, everyone should be saved. The fact that some people aren't is because he's either not powerful enough to do it, not smart enough to figure it out, or he's not good enough to actually desire it. Cam says, since you don't have the voice changer, you should just change your voice the old-fashioned way. Is that what you want me to? Okay. I guess people on YouTube won't be able to hear it, but the people here on TikTok are going to hear me attempt to do a manual voice change. Okay.
At Purdy Patah with the $1.99. God defeated again by pronouns.
That is a fact. God has been, I mean, it's not really even God that's defeated by the pronouns. It's just Christians. are defeated by pronouns. God has no problem with pronouns, y'all. In the Bible, God says shit like I am he all the time. In Hebrew, ani hu. Hu in Hebrew is a pronoun. Who is him and he is she in Hebrew. Who cares about pronouns? I would hope that Coffee Regatta, that you do, as you are an English speaker, I assume, and you want to be like an effective communicator. And if you don't use pronouns, give me evidence of pronouns. Well, Coffee, funny. Let me repeat what Coffee just wrote. Give me evidence of pronouns. Fun fact, Coffee, the word me is a pronoun. The evidence for pronouns is that you just fucking used one. Man, boss says, are you gay? I am not. Why are you gay? I'm not. But I am an ally 100%. I might not be gay, but you know, people have questioned it, you know, but you know, I get it. No way the founders build a republic with this education system. I know, it's so sad. It's so sad. If the American forefathers could hear Christians say going, there are no such thing as pronouns, they would roll their eyes and go, what's even the fucking point? I'll just fucking pay the taxes, I guess. Why Justin never asks for pronouns? Because it's annoying and irrelevant to the topic. No, Justin doesn't ask the pronoun question because he's Justin and he has his own show. I'm the Bible guy. Fun fact, Clus, I'm not. I know this might be hard to believe. It might be hard to believe. Okay, I'm not Justin. Isn't that correct? Isn't that fucking crazy? Yeah, I'm Dalton the Bible guy, and I do ask questions about pronouns. So suck it up. That's all I got to say about it. No, hey, I get where you come from on a lot of topics. If we don't agree, follower of Christ, much love. Ew. Anyways, yeah. Hey, as Hazen Willform just said, Dalton is not Justin. Yeah. Ooh, gee whiz. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I do not eat before. Here, I will. Here, David, I will bring you back up, but if you're going to crash out again, it's not going to be a long conversation. I'm going to ask you for your pronouns this time, and you have to answer. Those are the rules of the live. Just like McDonald's says, no shirt, no shoes, no service. It's you don't answer my preliminary questions, you don't get to talk to me. So David, don't fucking crash out. David, what are your pronouns, bud?
Yeah, I'm sure you know the McDonald's rules, you fat fuck. Bro, what are you, like 400 pounds, bud? With your Harry Potter glasses on? Look at this dude. Take your hat off, bud. Take your fucking hat off right now.
Just sit with
Why
that.
you hat flapping?
Just sit with that, everyone. Just sit with that. This is a Christian.
Yeah. Look at the stretch collar, bro. You know you're fat when you got that stretch collar, bro. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fat. Now what?
Yeah, it's you know why you're a fat fuck? Because God's punishing you.
Ooh,
You fat fucking retard.
Remove date. Oh, you also use a slur, so you're gross. Go fuck yourself. I might be fat, but I'm not stupid. Hi, Lathe. Whoa. Your mic. You're not coming through. That was weird. Anyways, I think David's mom needs to take his iPad away from him. Yeah. David, you're not coming back up. David, you're a loser. I'm not bringing you back up. You need to stay in timeout. You know, I'm sorry that your mom gave you your iPad today and she's not watching over you very clearly. But we don't talk to minors here, and you're clearly an infant. So, no fucking thank you. I'd rather be fat and smart than skinny and stupid. Now, here's the thing. At least I can change the fact that I'm fat. I can start working out, start eating healthier, which I am doing right now. I've lost a lot of weight actually. But you can't change the fact that you're stupid. I'm afraid that you might just be stuck in that position. The Elliot argument says atheist dorks. The Elliot argument, I actually read your syllogism on my live, and it's fucking silly as hell. I don't understand why you take yourself so seriously, dude. At Cam says, at David, stop flirting with my Bible guy. That's right, David. I'm fucking taken. I'm sorry that you're so into me, but why are you so obsessed with me? Anyways, we have another super chat here from
At Contra Deity with the $5. You've heard of the Ineffable Clan, but have you heard of the Uneffable Man?
Oh my god, that's so good. You have heard of the Ineffable Plan, but have you heard of the Uneffable Man? Contra Deity, that's so fucking good. I'm actually gonna save that one, screenshot that. That's so funny. You win. Elliot argument, I don't fucking believe you. I think you're a liar. You haven't converted any atheists. I think you're just a liar and you're delusional. Anyways, that's so crazy.
Man, that's good. Okay, at Sending Urchin with the $4.99. Did you see Dan McClellan's recent video on the Holy Spirit's pronouns? Non-binary Holy Spirit confirmed. LGBTQIA+, keep winning.
Absolutely, yeah. That in the Hebrew Bible, the Holy Spirit's pronouns are gender neutral. That's true. Love Dan McClellan. The Holy Spirit is very rarely referred to as a he. And fun fact, the word for spirit in both Greek and Hebrew being ruach and Greek pneuma, are both feminine. Yeah. So that's that. Man, let's see. Let's see. Wow, that's great. Dalton, can we have the context for all men are liars in the Bible, please? I think the original I think it was mistranslated, guys. I think it meant to say all Christian men are liars because, you know, that kind of tracks more, doesn't it? Yeah, here, the Elliot argument. I'm just going to put you in timeout. And if you want to run your yapper, you can run your yapper up here. Shout out Sophia, wisdom. Yeah, wisdom, which is like in the book, in the Proverbs, is personified. Guess what? The word wisdom in Hebrew, Sophia, in Hebrew, chokhmah, and in Greek, Sophia, are both also feminine. So where does true wisdom lie, y'all? Just saying. Just putting it out there.
At Resistance with the $10 Australian. Good eye, mate. David is just projecting because he has a thing for Goliaths.
Ooh, spicy. David, is that what's going on? You just have a thing for Goliaths? That's good. Love that. Love that for you, David. Slay queen. I still have no idea who Elliot is. That's probably like, that tracks because he's not really anybody, you know? Yeah, it's also a girl's name in Greek, Sophia. Yeah, like Sophie, our English name Sophie comes from the Greek Sophia. Sophie just means wisdom. It sounds a lot nicer than chokhmah, you know, which is the Hebrew word equivalent. Let's see. We got here Shadow Slays as a friendly. Shadow Slays. Hey, bud, what brings you up to the Bible Guy show?
Hey, so, hello there, Bible man. Are you ready for some more Bible trivia today?
Ooh, sure. I'm always interested in being challenged and learning new things if I don't know it. So let's find out.
Alrighty. Only one question, For the Bible man himself, little Bible trivia.
Bible man is my father.
How many? Oh, I apologize. I apologize. All right, Duncan. How many talking animals are in the Bible?
Off the top of my head, the answer would be 2. Off the top of my head. Now,
Can you think of one more?
yeah, I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking. Depends. Are we counting the beasts in heaven who have animalistic parts? And yeah,
Ooh,
they
you're
sing?
getting warm.
Is this like a celestial of some kind?
It does not explicitly say celestial, no. Nothing corporeal.
It's a spiritual being that's animal-like.
No, not spiritual. According to the verse, it doesn't say spiritual.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You know, I give up. What is this third? Okay, so the first 2 animals, for everyone knows, is the serpent in the garden and Balaam's ass. So who's lucky number 3?
Yeah, that's going to be in Revelation chapter 8, verse 13. Revelation 8:13.
So it's probably going to be like some sort of spirit being. Let me take a look. Revelation 8, verse 13. I can't wait to see this. Then I looked and heard an eagle. Oh, I heard an eagle cry with a loud voice in heaven and flew in heaven. Yes, the eagle that proclaims, "Woe to those of the habits of the earth." That's a good one. Damn, that's a good question. I would never have guessed that. Yeah, not a spirit.
Well done.
A literal animal, actually. Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm going to go. Thank you for having me. Great job. Later.
All right. I see you, man. That was a good one. I have not been stumped by a question like that in a long time. Let's see. Johnny says, if someone has to convince you, then you don't truly want to know? What? How does that follow? If someone has to convince me, it means I don't want to know? Johnny, make that make sense. Like, no, if Christianity is true, and my goal is to believe as many true things as possible, then I want to know Christianity is true. But all the information I have at my disposal would lead me to believe Christianity is not true. So the only thing I can do at this point is like outsource to Christians and ask them to give me good reasons to believe that these things are true. I think, Johnny, that you're just saying this because you know you don't have any good reasons. And this is your way of avoiding the conversation. Hitting the nail on the head here, anyone? So you didn't want to know calculus? Yeah, because if I have to ask someone to, no one needs to really prove calculus to me. It's math. Math is pretty demonstrable on and of its own. But like, let's see, what would be a good analogous? Like, for example, I would love to know if aliens exist. That would be so fucking cool. But I'm just not convinced that there are aliens that are visiting Earth. Like, I want to believe that aliens are here. That's so cool. But I'm just not convinced that that's true. The same is true to a certain extent as your God. I already forgot his name. What was it? Johnny? Yeah, Johnny, that's what it was. Like, if your God is real and if your religion is true, I want to know about it. But I'm not convinced. And it's up to you, bud, to do the convincing. Do the dude. And another super chat here from
at Alphonse Bahir with the $10. For Christians who insist that belief is a choice, try asking them to stand facing their chair, believe that their chair is behind them, and then sit down in that chair behind them. Also, here's $10. Much appreciated.
Much appreciated, Alphonse. Actually, I like my request better. This is the request I give to them, Alphonse. I like to ask them to believe that they are currently on fire and receiving 3rd-degree burns, because this is not something that can be like faked in any manner. They won't remain on the line if they really do believe, because if you are on fire and receiving 3rd-degree burns, you're not going to continue with a TikTok live. You're going to call 911 and get help. But if you call 911 when you're not actually in danger and you know you're not in danger, that's illegal. So, you know, they won't call 911 and they won't actually pretend like they're on fire, because they can't do it. They cannot choose to believe they're on fire. And in the same way, I cannot choose to believe that your religion is true. Atzelkin says, does that eagle example count since it was in a vision though, Dalton? I'm counting it. It's an animal in the Bible that talks. Maybe it's a visionary animal, but it's still an animal nonetheless. So I'm going to count it. Unless you're a really good doctor. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah Winfrey. That's true. I mean, maybe Ricky Bobby could make himself believe make himself believe he's on fire. Man, you guys are going ham in the. I got like another group chat open, and there's this like POS named RC who literally he messages he messages Cam, and she doesn't respond for like a short time, like 15 maybe 45 minutes, and then he proceeds to call all women insufferable. LMAO, stay off the group chat, you're on live. Listen, I'm nosy. RC is full of himself. He's so arrogant. Facts. And RC, if you're out there, you're unfuckable. Anyways, RC sucks. Red flag. Yeah. You know, it's the problem is never them. You know, if every single woman doesn't want to be with you, the problem's not with women, bud. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Men, we need to do better.
And at Joker's Wildo with the 5 Canuck bucks. How's it going, eh? If becoming a Christian leads to acting like a smug douchebag bully like David, then I never ever want to become a Christian. See,
David? I hope you're watching, David. This is what you're leading people to. You, David, have single-handedly led so many atheists even further away from Christianity today. Jesus said, you shall know them by their fruits. And David, you've got some nasty ass fruit. Then it would include the 4th beast in Daniel as he speaks apparently. Is the beast though an animal of some kind? Because it's not like the first 3 beasts, which are a leopard and a bear and a lion. The 4th creature is like some sort of non-existent being with 10 horns. Hey Dalton, have you ever had a conversation with a Scientologist? No, I have not, but I find it hilarious that people are raiding and storming Scientologist buildings. It's so funny. The beast in Revelation 12 specifically is said to speak haughtily in blasphemous words. Dragon? I guess dragon's an animal, but it's not a real animal. I'm really more concerned with like real animal, like the serpent, the ass, and the eagle. So in other words, the serpent, David, and the eagle. Anyways, Dalton has had 500 pizza pies delivered to Scientology temples. I would never ever feed those fuckers. Do people admit they're Scientologists? I feel like I don't know. Are Scientologists embarrassed to admit that they are Scientologists? Like Muslims are always afraid to admit on these lives that they're Muslims. If someone's a Scientologist, are they also like ashamed to talk about it in public because they know about the backlash they'll receive? Rightfully so. In Dungeons and Dragons, those don't count as animals. Oops, showed my geek card. You know what? That's a good indicator. I actually agree, Godwin. Godwin. I finally heard the Leviathan is a sauropod argument. Oh man. Yeah, growing up, you know, you hear about these mythical creatures from the Bible, like Leviathan and Behemoth, which, guys, they're not real animals. These are mythological animals that are found in the Bible and are like spoken about as if they are real creatures. But because like Christians are kind of like a little bit uneasy about the idea that there are Leviathan is a what? A mythological creature. Oh, you mean like what did they say? The claim that a lot of young Earth creationists make is that the Leviathan of the Bible is like a sauropod or some sort of dinosaur, and that, you know, this is evidence that dinosaurs and humans walk together. But that can't be the case, because when we take a look at the Leviathan is a mythological creature that is the cognate of another creature from Canaanite mythology called Lotan. And both Lotan and Leviathan have multiple heads, 7 in fact. In fact, the psalmist says that God stamps upon the heads of Leviathan, plural, because the Leviathan creature has multiple heads, and there are no dinosaurs that I'm aware of that have multiple heads and are also sea creatures. My thing is, what were the Nephilim considered? Beasts? The Nephilim would be what you and I would recognize and understand as demigods from our Western culture. So we understand that when gods and mortals copulate together, the offspring that they produce are called demigods. And the words that the ancient Israelites used was not demi-theos, demigod. They used the Hebrew Nephilim, fallen ones. Nikki. Howdy, Nikki.
Hey, what's up? I figured I'd just give you a little bit of entertainment, because that argument that I heard basically was trying to say the behemoth, with the Leviathan was a sauropod, the behemoth was a T-Rex. And the description, they were so honest about it too. They were like, not honest, they were so genuine about it too. They're just like, no, it says that its tail was thick, right? And then it walked upright. I'm like, well, okay, this really vague like description of this really vague animal. I would be more impressed if it's just like it has the biggest jaws known to man. It walked upright. It had the lungs of a bird, or all these like very specific descriptions. But instead, it's just a big animal with a big tail. Cool. Blue whale. That's it.
It has scales, but it also breathes fire in the text, which doesn't describe any dinosaur. But it looks like we got someone here. But you're more than welcome to hang out with me, Nikki. Braxton Weaver. Braxton, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we can get to the conversation. Braxton, are you at least 18? Braxton? Hello? Braxton, if you leave the screen, I won't be able to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, Braxton. Are you at least 18?
Yes, I'm 26.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
I am.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Braxton, which one of the 7 questions on the board would you like to give me an answer for? Again, when you leave the app, I won't be able to hear you. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't understand you. Say it one more time. Sorry.
Which one of the 7 questions on the board would you like to give me an answer for? What was that? You cut out.
I said any of them. You can take your pick. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, it's okay. I let my guest pick.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can start by the why should you be Christian?
Yeah, okay. Braxton, why should I be a Christian?
Just the number one reason is applying Christianity values to your life could do nothing but there's nothing. I mean, could lead you to nothing but good. And if
I've done that already. It wasn't very good for me.
wait a second. Wait a second. Can I finish? Wait a second. So, and if there is any bad that can come from being a Christian, I would love to know reasons.
Yeah, I think homophobia and transphobia is pretty bad.
You think homophobia is a good thing?
Is a bad thing.
I mean, you think I'm sorry, I mean, you think homosexuals is a good thing?
Being homosexual is neither good nor bad. It's neutral. Like, is it good
so
for me
that's
to
where
be?
we differ.
Well, why should I think that it's bad to be
I
gay?
I know that.
Dude, your connection is, you got that Jesus Wi-Fi. It's not doing so good.
That's number one.
I didn't hear anything you said because your connection is shite. Could you maybe get to some Wi-Fi? Hook onto some Wi-Fi or something?
I was I'm sorry. It was my wife. I'm sorry. But anyways, did you hear what I said though?
No, your connection is bad. I couldn't hear anything you said.
It was but number
okay.
one, that homosexuals have the highest rate of the highest suicide rate. I don't know why it's coming in so late.
Well, Braxton, there's a good way to fix that. Stop fucking shaming them. They won't want to kill themselves.
That's not the only reason. It's also because
that's the main reason.
Their drug use is far beyond any other rational person.
Fun fact, people who are depressed end up like coping with drugs. Maybe don't give them a so maybe we stop being assholes to them and they won't have to use drugs to cope, and they won't end up fucking killing themselves. If you actually cared about gay people, you would leave them the fuck alone and let them marry who they want to marry. Braxton.
Yeah. Okay. Why is it that somebody everywhere else can cope with things any way they want to cope with it? I mean, does it have to lead to drugs? I mean, everybody's life is bad.
Poverty
so
also
why
leads.
are we talking about
Fun fact: people who like experience great amounts of poverty also use drugs to cope. Like, this isn't something that's just unique to members of the LGBT community, but we can stop it.
Yes, but their rates are so higher. Their rates are so much higher.
Because there's a lot more people like you out there. That's why.
Dude, that doesn't even make sense. Like, so if somebody says something to me, do you think if you said
yes, if people like you stopped treating them like second-class citizens and like there's some sort of pariah and just let them be.
Brother, is this a debate, or are you gonna just keep muting me? I'm wondering, like, are we debating, or are you gonna keep muting me?
I'm not gonna let you shit talk gay people on my live. Like, you started, which by the way isn't one of the 7 topics on the board. But if your whole, but I guess at the end of the day,
you be Christian. Your reasoning behind not being Christian was because of
because I don't like being a fucking homophobe. Because I don't like being a homophobe for the bad reasons you've given me.
Dude, you talking about suicide rates. Suicide rates is a bad reason?
Yeah.
Come on. What?
Being a homophobe leads to the suicide rates, you jackass.
Brother, no, it doesn't. They have mental illness. It is a mental.
Show me. Okay, no. Show me where in the DSM-5 being homosexual is listed as a mental illness. Go ahead.
I mean, that's not going to be listed in the DM5. I mean, that's not going to be listed there, regardless of the fact. Like,
Oh, okay. So it's not a fucking mental illness. Don't fucking say stupid shit like that if you don't
I
have
keep
like
getting
the,
muted. I keep getting muted. There's
yes, because you're talking over me. Yeah. If you're gonna make the claim that something is a mental illness, you're gonna need scientific, peer-reviewed research to back that up. And the one area that you're gonna go to find out if something is a mental illness or not is whether or not it's found in the DSM-5.
I can attack it from another point of view then if you want to do that. What about the amount of STIs they get? It's an extreme number that is way, way, way more significant than the ones from heterosexual people.
So you're okay with gay people that don't have sex?
They wouldn't be gay by definition.
What do you think gay is?
They would be friends.
Oh my fucking God. If I am in love with my partner,
You have to have sex, yes. 100%.
No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Wait a minute. If I'm abstinent, oh wait, am I not straight if I'm abstinent?
Are you not straight if you're there's no
Braxton,
there's no evidence for you being straight. Yes.
Braxton. Did you like okay.
There's no evidence. It's not
before you managed to like trick some woman into having sex with you, were you a virgin?
Was I a virgin?
Yes.
Sure, brother. We could say that.
You didn't have sex with anyone, so you weren't straight.
By definition, there was no evidence behind me being straight.
Braxton, the evidence for being straight or being gay is who you are attracted to. It has nothing to do with who you fuck, dude. There are straight people who are in relationships who are to be straight means I am attracted to someone of the opposite gender. If you are gay, that means you're attracted to someone who is of the same gender. It has nothing. It has fuck all to do with where you stick your penis.
You're wrong, brother. You're wrong. It's not just.
No, Braxton, you're wrong.
Sexual activity doesn't have to be just penis related, brother.
Is holding hands sexual activity in your worldview?
I mean, there's affection behind it. Yes, there's some affection behind it. I didn't say sexual.
Holding someone's hand sexual activity?
I just said no. There's affection behind it. There's not no sexual activity behind it.
Is kissing sexual activity?
Yes. I would debate that kissing is sexual activity. Yes.
Bet you love kissing your sister, don't you?
Okay, so that was.
Anyways, what a fucking idiot. Apparently, guys, if you don't have intercourse, you're not gay. So, I guess homeboy would have no problem with two men getting married, so long as they don't have sex. Jesus Christ. I'll never understand these brain dead buffoons. I'll never understand them. Congratulations, bud, for making me less Christian. Because if Christianity makes you that stupid, I don't want any of it. Man alive. Here we go. Oh. And oh, I see where this one's going here.
At Gemnigo6 with the $2. Humans are animals.
Yes, humans are animals. But when we talk about talking animals in the Bible, we're meaning non-Homo sapien animals. So I see what you did there. But I'm still not counting it. All right, so we're going to do a quick restart on TikTok. So I hope to see you all here in just a moment, all right? Let's see. Guys, is there something about Christianity that is like, I don't think I was even this stupid when I was a Christian. Like, even I recognize that you could be gay without having sex. There's just no fucking way. Is it bad that I'm kind of numb being called fat at this point? Like, it used to bother the fuck out of me when I first got started, but I get called fat probably once every single day now. Oh man. Oh well, I don't care. Like there's literally nothing. Yeah. Anyways, it's so funny. Ooh man. Hello, Holly Hunkers. Good to see you here. Let all my favorite peoples show up. That was a good crack. What? Staying alive, staying alive. And we're back. Absolutely. Howdy, everyone. Good to see all your beautiful faces here. But like I was about to say, there's like literally nothing these assholes could ever say to me to make me feel bad now, especially not this week. I am running on a high for sure. I'll tell you that much. And there's absolutely nothing that they can say to me to make me feel bad about myself. Not this week. Stewards of Sainthood says, I'm a Mormon and you're one of my favorite atheist content creators. Hey, thank you, Stewards of Sainthood. Much appreciated. Chloe says, is this a restart? It is a restart. I'm quick on it. I do my restarts like that. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Guys, what do you call a nun who likes to go on walks a lot? A roaming Catholic. Oh wait. A roaming Catholic. Thank you very much. Nicotine Bean says, at the Bible Guy official, you are perfect as you are. Much appreciated. Because I'm leaving. Most people don't know the difference between a nun and a sister. Yeah, they know none about it. I met a few nuns in my time when I was Catholic. On fire. Fuck. Who's a perv? Someone in the comment section on YouTube saying pervs. Nuns are cloistered, sisters are secular. Precisely. It's like the difference between monks and friars. But yeah, there is nothing that anyone could say to me this week to get me down because I am running on a high. So they can call me fat all they want. They can make fun of my face. They can make fun of my everything. I really couldn't care less, and I could not be taken down a single peg at this point. I grew up Catholic, converted to LDS at 17. Nikki.
The last time I came on.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping that will happen again.
You would be correct. I knew sisters, not nuns, because I never went to a nunnery before.
I didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah,
I knew sisters. Yeah.
It's kind of like so you've heard of friars, right? And monks?
Yes.
So like friars or brothers, they're the ones that are allowed to go out and about, interact with the people, go out into the world. Monks and nuns, they're cloistered. That means they have to stay at their monasteries and nunneries.
Yeah, I actually vaguely remember that because at my Catholic school that I grew up with, there was always a building next door and it just had a bunch of beds and rooms where all the nuns would stay or used to stay because we didn't have any sisters at that point. Sisters, I'm mixing the two, I feel like.
I mean, you can refer to nuns as sisters, but that's just like not their official title. Frankly, this is none of your business. Boom, boom. Good on you. Everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there and have some interesting conversations.
Dalton, you grew up a Catholic, didn't you?
No, I was Catholic later in life. I grew up
Later in life.
Protestant, and then I practiced Catholicism, and then I practiced Judaism.
Have I told you about my patron saint when I was in middle school?
Who was it?
It was Saint Marianne.
I don't know that one.
Honest to God, I tried looking her up and I can't find a lot of information on her. So I don't know if my school was BSing me, but I shit you not that in second grade, they sat us down and told us the story of Saint Marianne. And the story was, and I shit you not, this was the story that they told us in second grade, was that she had tortured herself, committed, unaliving to herself. And then that was a good thing, and that's why she's our patron saint.
Is it Saint Marianne of Jesus of Paradis?
I don't know.
From Quito, Ecuador?
I mean, like, how many Saint Mariannes did that to themselves?
That's a good question. No idea. Yeah. My patron saint was Saint Thomas Aquinas.
He sounds familiar. Is he the animal guy?
He's the Phil bro.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, the animal guy was Saint Francis of Assisi. He was my second runner-up patron saint.
Yeah, we had a mosaic thing of him in the church. I liked him because he liked animals.
Cam says, I was about to you read my mind, Cam, because I was literally about to ask you. She said, I didn't pick a patron saint. I had already deconstructed by then. I know. She likes to show off. She deconstructed by 15, smarty pants. The rest of us were a bit slower. Some of us were a bit slower to the finish line.
Listen, some of us had to go to church weekly, okay?
I went daily to mass.
Oh shit, man. So you were in it.
I was in it. I went to mass daily. I prayed the rosary multiple times a day in Latin.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I bet I could probably remember some of it. Pater noster qui est in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, et dimitimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed liberanos a malo. Amen. That's the Our Father prayer in Latin.
See, if you start whispering that to me, like really low in the middle of the night, I would think that you're demonic.
Gratia plena Dominus tecum. Yeah, so I was really into it, guys. I think a part of me just like the whole it's like fantasy, and now I just like do Lord of the Rings instead.
Yeah, I remember growing up, it was basically like treated like a fact. Like it was like, oh yeah, so we live on Earth. The sky is blue. The sun sets and comes back around, and Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. Like, okay, cool. Got it.
Contra Deity says, just bust out with that in the middle of a Philbro conversation.
Please do.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how many of these Catholic Philbros on YouTube actually know any Latin whatsoever. But my whole family is atheist, and I've been atheist all my life. I am the only atheist in my family that I know of. But we have here the Mescal Man. Mescal Man, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I'm more than 18 for sure.
All right, and what pronouns do you go by?
He, him, I guess.
And are you a Christian?
It's the first time I've been asked that in a while.
And are you a Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian. I believe in the one true God.
Alrighty then, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. Which one of the 7 questions on the board do you think you might have a good answer for me for?
I would go with, is God good?
All right. Is God good, Mescal Man?
Yes, of course. He is the standard of truth.
Why should I think that? Well, truth is a different thing. Why should I think God is good?
Because if he's the standard of truth, anything outside of him would be a lie, which would be bad or not good.
What do you think that means?
What do you mean? What do I think that means? If
Truth
something is
truth just
a
means
lie,
that
that would necessarily mean that it's bad
no
because it is deceptive and not true.
true
And
statements
you would agree that truth is something that is good, correct?
true statements can be bad things.
What's truth statement is bad?
Yeah, like if someone walks out, like, is it a true statement that Adolf Hitler thought the Jews were inferior?
Yeah, that's a true statement. That's what he thought.
And
Does
it's
that make that statement? Does that make that statement bad?
But it doesn't have any. Actually, it doesn't have any moral. The statement itself doesn't have
It's
any
not
moral.
good or bad, right?
So something being true doesn't automatically make it good.
But
something
it doesn't
could be
make
true
it bad.
and could be
Correct?
morally neutral. A statement.
Okay, but it doesn't make it bad. Correct?
Doesn't make it good.
Okay. If it's not bad, then by necessary, it's good.
No, something can be something can be morally neutral.
Okay.
I'm
so show me
like,
which
for example,
truth is.
For
So
example,
you made a
is
claim.
it, like,
Show
for
me
example,
which truth is bad.
Is it a true statement that I'm wearing red?
Yeah, that's true.
Is
that a
is
good statement? Yes,
No.
it is because it's true.
No, it's not good or bad for me to wear red.
I know, but the statement itself, which is true, is good because it's relaying something that comports to reality.
Well, good in that case. Good
Yes,
just simply
exactly.
means.
So you're
Wait.
proving my point.
No. I'm not done. Good in that case simply means that you have a goal, and this thing is beneficial towards that goal. And if your goal is to relate things accurately, then a statement can be good if it accurately relates the reality of something. But that's
Exactly.
all. That's
So-
all good means. Now it's about
Okay,
what about
so what
something
you just said about the red
I'm
shirt.
not done.
I'll wait.
Something is good if it's beneficial towards a goal. Something is bad if it's detrimental to a goal. So the question is, if God is good, the only way I can consider God good is if he's like, if his actions are beneficial towards this specific goal that I have in mind, which is fairness and well-being. And I would argue, no, it's not.
Listen, what I mean, is that the standard in which we should judge what is good and what is not?
It's
Fairness
my,
and well-being.
It's my standard. All moral
Okay,
system.
so are
all-
you the
all-
Are
Yes.
you the arbiter of what is good and bad?
For me, yes.
Okay, so then you're selfish.
No, it's called.
You're
It's
only
not
thinking about
selfish.
yourself.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you
Fairness-
are because for
no,
you, that's
because
what you
fairness.
just said.
No, like for example, if I am I just thinking about myself when I feed someone who's hungry because my goal is fairness and well-being? Is that selfish for me to feed somebody?
Yes, but if you're the one who determines what's fair and what is well-being, it is selfish because
No, that's.
you're
I think
the
word.
arbiter of
I
that
think the word you're
decision.
looking for is not selfish, but subjective.
No, it is selfish because
It's not
you-
selfish. My
your
goal.
Here,
my
I'll show
goal-
you.
No,
Because
my
you-
goal. If my goal was the fairness and well-being of me and me alone, that would be selfish. But that's not my goal.
No, brother, it's selfish because you yourself decides on what is fair.
That's
and
subjective.
Whose well-being
Yeah, that's subjective,
and
not
yeah,
selfish.
Subjective to yourself, right?
Yes, but it's not selfish.
Which
Selfish.
would make yes, it is because
No.
you're the only one
what
who's
would
making
make
the
it
decision.
what would make it selfish is if I believed that I only fought for the fairness and well-being of myself and no one else.
No, because you could
Yes.
say, based off of how I feel, this is
Uh-huh.
how I will act towards others.
Uh-huh.
That's selfish.
That's not selfish. That's
It is
subjective.
because it's only
Selfish.
factoring in your own identity to
Here.
what you believe is fair and true.
Selfishness is the excessive or exclusive concern for one's own needs, desires, or advantage with little or to no regard for others. That's not my position because
Okay,
my goal is the fairness and well-being of not just myself, but of others.
Do you put others over yourself?
I do sometimes, yeah.
Would you sacrifice yourself for another?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
And just so we're at an understanding, this is the definition of subjective. Refers to information, experiences, or judgments based on personal feelings, tastes, opinions, and interpretations rather than external facts. That kind of seems like more what you're describing.
Yeah.
So he's subjectively portraying what he feels is well-being and
Well,
good.
no, not that. Well-being is objective. The fact that that's my goal is subjective.
Wait, how can it be how can well-being be objective? Because you
It's
have to
based in reality.
prioritize
'Cause it's based
somebody's
in
well-being
reality.
over another, right?
Because it's based in reality.
but-
Like, no, whether or not something
I know, but
is,
you
got to stop over talking me. I'm the host. Don't
I
forget
was
that.
trying to answer you. You interrupted me.
Learn your place. Anyways, whether or not something is in accordance with the well-being of an individual, that's objective. Like, it is objective that cutting my head off is non-conducive towards my well-being. It is objective that if I make my friend eat battery acid, that is not conducive to their well-being. The subjective part is whether or not the well-being and fairness of others is my goal.
Yes, but you are the one who determines whose well-being is prioritized over another.
Do
Sure.
you really need me to read out the
Okay.
definition of objective, Guess?
So if you believe that
You got anything
certain
better?
people should have a well-being over another group of people,
Well,
would
no.
that not
Luckily for me,
be a
that's
subjective well-being and not an objective
luckily.
well-being?
Well, there is no such thing as oh no, you're mistaken already. No, that's not what makes something well-being is an objective statement no matter what. What you're asking is whether or not I prioritize the well-being of others over other groups. And luckily for you and for others, I don't prioritize the well-being of groups over one over the other.
So whose well-being is the ultimate objective?
It's not even a coherent sentence.
Yes, it is, because if you said well-being is objective, right?
I go for the well-being of as many people as I possibly can.
Okay, so
That's my
that would be
goal.
the well-being of all of society in the entire world?
To the best that we can. We're not perfect.
Well, I mean, so then
But
is there not
but Mescal,
is there not a
Mescal though, instead of complaining about subjective morals, I am interested because I've never had a Christian be able to do this before. Can you provide evidence for the existence of objective morals? And just so we're clear, objective means that it's true independent of what anyone thinks, any mind whatsoever, including the mind of a God. Go ahead.
Well, no, because
Yes.
in order for something to be objective, it would have to appeal outside of me.
No,
correct?
outside of minds.
Well, not outside of minds.
Yes, that's the definition of
Because,
objective.
for example,
That's the
it is
definition of
my-
objective.
It is an objective reality
No,
for humans.
it is the
Brother,
the definition of something being objective is that it is stance independent, not human stance independent. That's not part of the definition. Just stance independent.
stance independent of what?
Minds,
Which minds?
all minds.
So ants, plants,
Yep.
people.
Yep.
So then the objective reality would something be outside of all things that are in reality, correct?
Including God's mind.
Is God in reality?
Yes. Well,
Or is he
in the
out-
Bible, he is. Yes.
Does he exist outside of reality?
Nope. Not in the Bible, at least.
Okay, so God doesn't exist outside of all things that are created?
Nope. Not according to the Bible, at least.
According to the Bible, God does exist outside of all things that are created because he is
No, he
the one who
doesn't.
creates all
He
things.
no, he's. Have you ever said the Our Father prayer?
I'm sorry. What is First Galatians
No.
16 say?
Have you ever said the Our Father prayer?
No, I'm not.
Our
You mean?
Father.
Oh, wait, you mean the? I'm sorry. The Lord's Prayer. That's what you mean. The Lord's Prayer.
Sure.
Our
That's
Father
what.
who art in heaven. The Lord's
Who
Prayer.
art where? Where?
Who art in heaven.
In
Hallowed be
heaven.
thy name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heaven's part of the cosmos in Christian in the Bible. God,
Yeah.
the idea that God exists
wait.
outside of
You're
space and
correct.
time.
Who created heaven?
Well, God did, but like, how did
Okay,
He
so
create
that
it? From
means he exists.
Well, Miss Call, chill out. You have this. The problem here is that you're
Why do you
coming
keep
to
muting
the.
me?
The problem is you come to the Bible with this preconception about certain ideas. Like, for example, you're bringing to the table the idea of creation ex nihilo, creation from nothing. When God creates the heavens, He doesn't create it out of nothing. That's not what the Bible says. He creates it out of something that's already there, something that He's already a part of. The world is already present. It's just in a state of chaos and darkness. And then God brings order to it. And that's how He creates the heavens. But He doesn't exist outside of the cosmos. Not once in the entire Bible does it ever make the claim that God is existing outside of space and time. That's an incoherent and non-biblical idea.
I'm sorry. In the Bible, when it says that all things were created through him by
What does that
him,
mean to be created?
that means that it came into existence.
No, what does it mean to be created?
Yeah, that's what creation means. It
Wait.
comes into existence.
If I create a chair out of
That
some
means
wood.
that means it came into existence. You put
Well,
things together
no.
so that it could be a chair.
In other words, there were already material there, right? Nothing. It didn't
But
create
that
out of
doesn't
nothing.
mean that that the chair didn't come into existence, correct?
Well, no, the formation of chair, you could say, came to existence, but all
was
the
it a
material
chair prior to you putting it?
But all of the material present to make the chair was already present prior to me making the chair, and the cosmos existed prior to Yahweh forming it and bringing
Let me
harmony
ask you
to it.
something based off of what you just said. Was it a chair prior to you forming it?
No, it was just wood.
Okay, so then you had to create or bring something into existence to make it a chair. Even though you took materials that already existed, you still had to form the chair with the materials.
And how do you think that this like lends itself to the idea that God is spaceless and timeless?
Very simple. Was light created before God said, "Let there be light"?
No. He created it from
Okay,
the
then. So
he
light
created
came
it.
into existence ex nihilo.
No, not ex nihilo. No, there's nothing in the Bible about God creating things ex nihilo. That's your problem. Is that God isn't creating ex nihilo. He's creating from existing materials.
And I just asked you a question. You just answered it. I said, did light exist before God said, "Let there be light"? So
No,
how can
only-
you say that it existed
Only in the
before
in the
there was
same
light? What are you talking
in the same way that the chair comes into existence, but the wood that makes the chair already existed. Whatever God used to create the light was already present. Doesn't mean he created
So where
ex
was the
nihilo.
light before? Yeah, where was the light?
Where was the
before God
chair?
said,
Where
"Let
was
there
the
be light"?
chair before I built it?
There was no chair. It was just wood.
Okay, and if God creates light from something, then the
So
thing
where
that
was
he
the
makes
light?
it out of it, he makes it from something else that's already present.
Okay, so you're saying that light existed prior to God saying, "Let there be light"?
Did chair exist prior to me making it out of the wood?
No, it did not. It was just wood.
Okay, but I didn't make it from nothing, did I?
You made it from materials.
All right. If God
Are you
creates
following?
and if God creates light, and light didn't come into existence before God created, that doesn't mean it created from nothing, right? Track.
So what is light prior to its existence?
Well, according to like the works of First and Second Maccabees, that God creates it from objects which don't have form.
Objects in which don't have form?
Yeah, I know.
Does light have a form?
It does after it gets formed. After it gets formed.
It's a wavelength, as we know, right?
Yeah, but you're bringing in modern science into the Bible when the Bible is completely
I
ignorant
understand,
to
but
the
I mean,
science.
we're just trying to understand what is light, right?
Well,
'Cause
you can't.
Clearly,
you
you're saying that light.
But you can't understand the Bible through the lens of science because the Bible is an anti-scientific book.
I'm going to ask this question again. Why do you keep muting me?
I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to give you an answer for that. I'm going to mute you because I'm the boss. Anyways, so
That's fine, but I just
using your science to talk about the Bible is completely irrelevant to the conversation because the Bible is a flat earther
okay.
book
So
and is
let's just
contrary
talk
to
about
science.
the Bible. When God says, "Let there be light," was light formed prior to that moment?
Before I create the chair, did the chair exist? Did it come from nothing?
No, I already said no. I already
Okay,
said
then
no.
God also didn't
What are you
create the
talking
light.
about?
Then the light didn't get created ex nihilo either, bud.
Brother, are you kidding me?
Are you
If
kidding
a tree
me?
is a tree, is it also a chair?
No, no one's making that claim. I don't
Exactly.
Think I don't
Goodness
think.
gracious, you don't even know.
Okay, question. Did I create the chair ex nihilo?
No.
Did God create the light ex nihilo?
Yes,
Provide evidence for that.
because there was no light prior to him saying that
And there was
light.
and there
That's
was
the
no
point.
and there was no chair prior to me forming the chair, but I didn't create it ex nihilo.
Brother, you
Brother,
needed
I'm not your
materials
bro-
to form the.
Stop calling me brother. I'm not your brother.
Okay. Sir, you needed materials to make the chair, correct?
Yep, and Yahweh needed materials to
What
make the
materials
light.
did you need to make light?
Oh, you'd have to ask the Yahweh. It doesn't say.
Oh my gosh.
We don't just
this
assume,
guy.
but we don't just assume some post. Oh, he ran. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. That wasn't you. Anyways, we don't just assume some post philosophical innovation in the Bible when the Bible doesn't
It's
say
not
that.
post-philo-
Before God even begins any act of creation, there's already things present, right?
So tell me how there was light present before God said.
Tell
"Let
me,
there be-"
tell me how there is chair present before I make chair. You're not tracking.
I've answered your question multiple times.
And
You're
the answer
refusing
to your
answer
and the
mine.
answer to your question is the answer to my question is the answer to your question.
No, my answer is there was wood. Your answer is nothing.
No, it's not
You
nothing.
have no answer.
Just because
Please
I don't
tell me.
just because we don't know the material media that Yahweh uses to make light doesn't mean that it's created ex nihilo.
Okay, so you have no answer,
Well,
right?
no,
Because
according to 1st and 2nd Maccabees, God created things which were formed from the things which were unformed.
goodness, this guy keeps muting me. Oh, so light is unformed. Is that what you're saying?
No, light is formed. The thing that light was made out of was unformed.
Okay, and what is that?
It's unformed chaotic matter. Primordial matter, the ancients would have called
Light
it.
is made out of matter.
Primordial matter, yes. That's the way that the ancients...
Oh, where did that come
Not matter the way that you think of matter in the modern scientific sense. Matter
do you
just
know how I
means
think of matter?
material. Just means a material thing.
Well, I mean, I just know that you can't give a reasoning for where
I just
light
gave
came
a
from
I just gave a
before-
reason. I just gave a
before
reasoning.
God said-
It's not my fault that you're not tracking the
Okay, you
conversation. It's
just-
not my fault that you're not tracking the conversation. I've already told you that according at least to the authors of 1st and 2nd Maccabees, God creates from immaterial, formless things, formed things. But the things that he creates it from, they're existent. They're just they don't have like necessary being. God gives them being, but they're real things that exist. They're immaterial, primordial matter. That's what the ancients believed about the gods. That's what the ancients believed about the God of Israel.
So you believe that matter existed at all times, infinite,
Well,
until infinity.
Are we talking about the Bible, or are we talking about a reality?
No, I'm talking about your viewpoint is
Of
that
the Bible,
all things
or
existed.
in the Bible,
No, I'm
or
talking
reality?
about your viewpoint.
Of the Bible,
Well,
my viewpoint of the Bible, or my viewpoint about reality?
No, your viewpoint of reality. Your viewpoint of reality is
in reality, the
that
universe
all
has
things
always
existed at all times.
They have always
it's
existed.
for
Necessarily
infinity.
so. Necessarily, yes.
To infinity, right?
To infinity.
As far back can go.
Yes. You know why?
Okay.
Here, I'll give you my syllogism.
Okay.
Because
so,
you can't get something from nothing, and we do have something. We have no evidence of the supernatural and only evidence of the natural. Therefore, the only thing that's possible in my worldview, as far as all the data I've collected, is that the universe, which is natural, has always existed and never came into being.
And it's always been in the same state?
No, it changes. It fluctuates.
Okay, so what
are you supposing that that God created matter and energy?
I mean, God is outside of matter and energy. That's what God is.
So how can something outside of matter and energy create? By the way, can matter or energy be created or destroyed?
Yes, by God.
Special pleading. Prove that.
I mean, matter and energy can't create itself, correct?
And God can't create it either.
Yes, because he lives.
It's
outside
nonsense.
of that thing.
It's nonsense.
It is outside of that thing. For example,
a
chair
can't. How can something outside of us? How can something outside of a system interact with the system?
Because it's outside. For example, when he said about the chair, a chair can't build itself. Correct?
Yeah, but I'm not
You would
outside.
have to have
I'm not outside of
somebody,
the system.
an external. You would have to have an.
But I'm not outside of the system when I create the chair.
I know, but you are outside of the chair. You are an external force that puts the chair together. Correct?
But I interact directly with the chair in order to make it, right?
Exactly.
And in order for Yahweh to create the universe, he has to interact with it directly. Therefore, he's not outside of it.
Yeah. And God interacted directly with creation in order to create it. Correct.
By the way, no, there's nothing in the primordial state of the universe? When did God make the waters, for example? Tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You keep muting me for no reason. I said
blah,
in the
blah.
beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing. When did God create the waters? Tell me. What day?
In the beginning.
That's not an answer.
It is. It's an answer.
By the way, you are aware that the Genesis 1:1 doesn't actually say in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth.
What does it say then?
It actually says when God began to create the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and there was darkness over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God hovered over the surface of the waters. And then God said, let there be light. So in other words, the earth.
Okay, so when he said began.
The earth, the darkness, and the waters are already present before God ever begins his act of creation.
I'm sorry, did you not say that it says when God began?
Yes.
Was that not the first three words that you said? When God began?
Bereshit bara Elohim. When God began to create
so
the heavens and the earth.
And those, I know, at that act, at the beginning, because to
No, no.
begin, when he's
No,
saying
no, you're not
began,
listening.
right?
You're not
That's
listening.
an action,
No,
correct?
no, you're not listening. When God
I am
began,
listening. Is
no.
began means
When God began to create the heavens and the earth was without form and void. It'd be like when Dalton began to make the chair was just a bunch of pieces of wood.
If I have a line, okay, let's say this line goes on for infinity.
Did not the would not have to have an external?
Wait a second. When is when I pick a point on the line.
So I can only be up for a little bit.
But
so I wanted to
in the
complete
beginning,
the error.
In the beginning
here.
implies.
1 second.
Sorry, hold on 1 second.
Rob, Quant's not. 1 second. Rob, Quant's not saying only be up here for a second, so I'm just going to let him say his piece real quick, and then I'm going to let you educate Mezcal.
So we actually know when light first appeared in our universe. It was during the electroweak epoch after like the Big Bang. So this is a point in time when the weak nuclear force and the electromagnetic force. Before this point, the universe was so hot that these two forces were actually merged into a single force, which we call the electroweak force. And after this point, the universe had cooled to the point where these two forces separate, such that the electromagnetic force was its own distinct thing. And the electromagnetic force being its own thing allows for the existence of photons. But even at this point, actually, photons would not have really existed, at least for long, because the universe was too dense for light to even travel. You actually have to wait a few thousand years before the universe becomes transparent enough for light to even travel. So scientifically, light is not the first thing that was created. Even like going back as far as we can with our current understanding of physics.
Yeah.
We can go back further.
All right.
Can I ask you something?
Now, your turn, Rob.
Yeah. Okay. So,
guys, if I'm not,
hold on a second, dude.
I mean, I can answer like a quick question or two if you like.
Oh, he ran away.
Darn.
What a baby. He couldn't track the conversation at all. But go ahead and educate us, Rob.
Sure, no problem. So if we consider a line, if I pick a point on the line, or if I draw a point on the line and I say in the beginning of the line, then we can go on from the line forever. But if I say when, then I don't know how far back the line goes, and I don't know how far into the future the line goes. So I pick a point on the line, and that's when this thing begins. So when so on and so forth happens, right? And the difference is it's claiming that this is the beginning, the one and only beginning, versus there could be a when here, and there could be a when here, and there could be a when back here. There could be a when over here. By the way, look how nice my calligraphy is getting.
Oh, very nice. I don't even, what does that say? Which something, what?
Oh yeah, here, hold on. So it's sort of a fun, an anagram. So shikadim is almonds, and then Kedoshim is holy.
Holy almonds.
So
so
like the menorah,
has the almonds on the
menorah
top.
is an almond tree, exactly.
Yeah.
And so the menorah is the burning bush, which is God's holiness in the world. And so there you go.
Yeah. So just so everyone knows, the consensus of biblical scholarship is in agreement with me and Rob here, which is why most good Bible translations, whether it's the New Revised Standard Version, updated edition, or the Jewish Publication Society translation, understand that God doesn't create anything ex nihilo in the beginning, but rather when God began his act of creation, he did this. And it doesn't mean that he started his act of creation at a starting point, a definite starting point. As far as you know, the chaotic universe could have existed forever, but when God began to create the heavens and the earth, and create here doesn't mean from nothing. It just means the same way that I would create a chair. Yeah. All right. Chalk Jack Music.
Well, I'm going to hop down. I have a busy day ahead of me because my advisor just quit. So,
no.
So that's going to be fun.
Good luck with that, bud. Peggy speed to you.
Thank you. Later.
Chalk Jack Music, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions and then we can get to the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
What pronouns do I go by?
Yeah. You go by he, him,
Just
she,
a
her,
man.
they, them.
I'm just a man.
So the pronouns you choose to go by are what?
I don't know what He-Man, the master of the universe. I don't know. I'm just a man.
Here,
I don't know about.
I'll give you three options. There's typically these three options are used by people: he, him, she, her, they, them. Which one of these three sets do you identify with?
He, him, I guess.
All right. And question number 3: are you a Christian?
I hope to be.
You hope to be. So you're not right. You're not a Christian right now.
I didn't hear
Response to
you.
question 2 answered that.
What was that, Chalk?
I didn't hear your. It kind of cut out a little bit.
I said, are you a Christian? And you said, I hope to be, which would imply that you're not currently a Christian.
No, I look at Christianity as more of an accusation, so I hope to be. Yeah,
It's a
I believe in Christ.
Okay, so
my best to follow.
I'll just say yes, you're a Christian. So, Jack, which one of the 7 questions on the board do you think you might be able to give me an answer for?
Do you mind if I ask you? Are you a Christian?
No, I'm an atheist.
Okay. Well, I would say Bible prophecy.
Bible prophecy. What prophecy do you think has been fulfilled?
Well, I'd say plenty, but we could just go with whenever God promised that Abraham's one seed would bless all nations of the earth.
So just to be clear, I don't think Abraham existed. And when it says,
that doesn't matter.
No, it does, because like the fulfillment of that promise happens in the same exact book that we're talking about. The book of Genesis gives the promise that Abraham would.
In the book, it happens in society and in history.
No, it happens at the end of the book of Genesis.
Okay, go ahead, chuck your point, and then if you allow me, I'll talk my point.
Well, no, I'm just saying that the thing that happened, the promise that's made at the beginning of the book, is fulfilled at the end of the book. So, and I don't think the book is true. So, like,
the end of what book? Are you talking about the Tanakh or the New Testament? Or
I don't think
what?
Genesis isn't true.
Okay, that's fine. We can look at it as Harry Potter or whatever, but physically and literally and historically, the prophecy came to pass.
In the book of Genesis, in the book of Genesis.
Whenever he claimed that through his seed, which the seed was Jesus.
Joseph is the seed.
No.
Also, the seed of Abraham isn't just one person. You know that, right?
I do understand that, but that's not how the Christian Bible lays it out.
The Christian Bible would be wrong then, because when the seed of Abraham is mentioned in Genesis, it is exclusively referring to the children of Israel as a whole. Never once in Genesis. Never once in narrative. I'm giving a rebuttal to your point. Never once in the book of Genesis does the word seed ever refer to anyone other than just the collective people of Israel. It never refers to a singular individual.
Okay, can I finish? Or are you going to just continually jump on top of me?
Was that a quote from your wife? Anyways, go on.
Anyways. I mean, I don't know what you think that proves, except for that you have no peace and you're just like not a cool person.
I'm at peace right now, dude. I'm totally at peace.
Happiness is peace. Anyways.
Whatever you say, bud.
So the fact that every nation under the sun has received aid from Christian churches
but you're not the seed of Abraham.
Let me just finish. Jesus is the seed of Abraham, and he's the one that put this in order. And every religion has copied this. It's not to the point.
Are you Jewish?
You keep jumping to points that don't matter.
The prophecy given in Genesis is that Abraham's
the
prophecy. I don't know why they think they can overtalk me. So the prophecy is about the seed of Abraham, which are Jewish people. You're not that, though. Most Christians aren't that.
Okay, tell me when you're going to not mute my microphone when I'm talking.
Respond to what I just said. Oh, here, let me help you there. Let me help you there.
Can I talk? Without
Yeah, respond to what I just said. You're not. Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?
So have you read the New Testament?
Yeah, in the New Testament, Paul makes faulty statements in the book of Galatians, doesn't he?
Have you read the New Testament?
I've read it probably more than I probably. I've read it, and it's bullshit.
This is my standard. It doesn't matter if
wow,
it is.
that's a shit standard, isn't it? What is do you remember Paul's argument about the word seed in the book of Galatians chapter 3 verse 16?
Do you just sit here and ram through everybody and not ever hear a point of anybody? Is that how your intellectual argument is? I have control of the mic. I can mute you when I want, so I can change the subject and cut you off whenever. Come on, what is this intellectual argument that you're having? You're not doing anything except for looking like a fool. I don't want to talk if you're going to just like cut my.
Anyways, have you read?
He crashed out the same way.
Yeah, have
he crashed
you?
out like this on Tiny's live earlier.
Oh, that makes sense. So, have you read Paul's argument in Galatians 3:16 about seed?
I've read the whole entire Bible. It doesn't matter what you're saying. You're not debunking.
So, what was Paul's argument? Because we're going to talk about this regardless of whether you want to or not. Even if you leave, I'll talk about it. So, what's Paul's argument in Galatians 3:16?
Read it to me.
All right, that's fine. That's fine if you don't remember. That's all good. Galatians.
Yeah, it's over 70 hours of reading.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 16. Now, hush. Now, the Bible's being read. Have some respect for the Bible, dude. Now, the promises were made to Abraham and to his offspring, or in some translations, seed. It does not say and to seeds, plural, as of many, but it says and to your offspring, seed. That is to one person who is Christ. What is Paul's argument here? Can you explain to me?
Are you going to allow me to explain, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'd love to hear you try to explain this.
Say that you can let me finish it without you talking.
Here, the next thing that comes out of your mouth is just going to be an explanation and not some bitching and whining about the meta of the conversation. So,
I'm just asking if you'll let me explain it.
Yep, I will. Now explain it. Stop whining.
Hey, goodbye, brother.
Bye.
Control your crowd.
Bye. Bye. Go ahead, leave. He can't figure out how to leave. It's a little X, like you hit the X at the top of your little screen and it says disconnect. That's how that works. Oh boy, he's struggling. Oh, are you running away or not?
I don't know. I don't know what you call running away. Someone holding a mute button is running away?
No, I'm holding you accountable. Oh, look at that, muted again.
The door handle.
No, you're not allowing me to speak. That's not holding.
Anyways, are you going to actually respond to what I just said about Galatians, or are you going to run away? Which one are you going to do? Because I'm getting bored of the crying, really. Desperation is so unattractive. So,
exactly.
What was Paul's point? So what was Paul's point in Galatians 3:16?
That I am the seed.
Okay, now he's ready to explain it. All right, go ahead.
I am the seed of Jesus and anyone that follows him. That is the point.
No, you don't
That's
even know.
Why he says, that's why Jesus.
You didn't even understand Paul himself. Gee whiz. Okay, so it says, I'll break it down for you because you don't seem to be able to even understand your own Holy Bible, let alone the Old Testament. So it says, now the promises were made to Abraham and to his seed. It does not say, so the promise, by the way, seed, he's making the claim that seed here is singular. So, and he does not say and to seeds as of many, but as to your seed, that is to one who is Christ. He's saying not that you are the seed of Jesus. That's incorrect. The Christian statement in the book of Galatians is not that you are the seed of Jesus, but that Jesus is the seed of Abraham, and that you become the seed of Abraham spiritually through Jesus, not that you are Jesus's seed. Maybe you need to go back and read Galatians again, bud. It's embarrassing that an atheist knows more about the book of Galatians than you do. So, no, it doesn't say that you are the, here, I got this. You don't get to talk in the comment section. Boop. But here's the problem.
You're even scared of my comments. It's hilarious.
Oh, I'm not scared of you. You're like it's honestly like fighting a 5-year-old at this point. I'm really punching down at this point.
You haven't even allowed 1 point.
Maybe you could respond to Paul's point in Galatians 3:16, because it's not about you being the seed of Jesus. Well, no, you were wrong. It's not about you being the seed of Jesus. Do I need to read it again?
Why? So you can mute me if I respond?
No, so that you can actually understand what Paul said.
So how did Jesus not affect the whole entire world when every country in the whole world has been affected by it?
Do you think that's remotely
Women's shelters, food
do you think that this is remotely a response to the thing I just asked you?
women's shelters, food pantries.
All right. He wasn't going to engage with the conversation.
Global warming affects the whole world, you know.
Yeah. So guys, Paul tries to make the argument because the last Christian who came up didn't know Paul very well. So we're going to like explain it to you guys. Paul tries to make the argument that because it says seed singular in the book of Genesis and not seeds plural, therefore it must be referring to one person, and that one person is Jesus. What Paul doesn't seem to understand, or he does and he's just being deceitful, is that in the original Hebrew of the book of Genesis, whether or not it's referring to one person or many people, the word seed is always in the singular. And throughout Genesis, the seed of Abraham is always referring to the nation of Israel and not to a singular individual. So, man, it sucks that I have to teach Christians the Bible. I wish they would just come in prepared.
I thought I told you I can't read.
Was that a quote from? That sounds familiar.
It's Zach Galifianakis live at the Purple Onion, his impression of a pretentious illiterate.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have here Viva Sativa. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get into the conversation. Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
I was a Catholic, not anymore.
But are you usually like, you're not a Catholic anymore, but are you still a Christian?
No.
No. Okay. What brings you up to the Bible Guys show, bud?
I don't know. I was just listening to that last guy talk, and he was just so
unhinged,
out of his element. Like, it was just crazy.
You would think that Christians talking about the Bible would make them in their element, but sadly, Christians don't really know the Bible that well. So as long as you're talking about the Bible, Christians will always be out of their element.
Yeah, I feel like not enough of them have actually read the book. They know a couple quotes, you know, like they're like ChatGPT, you know, they like.
That's actually very on par with the Christian Bible itself, like not actually fully aware of the whole Bible, and only having access to a few quotes.
Yeah.
And I think there's like, isn't there compared to the King James Bible, isn't there a much longer Bible that some Christians like to read?
Yeah, so it's like you're gonna. So this is something that Dan McClellan says, and I agree with him that there really is no such thing as the Bible. There are Bibles, and different Bibles from different denominations and different sects of different religions are going to have various differing numbers of books. So the standard Protestant canon is going to be 66 books. Catholics have a 73 book canon, and Orthodox have even more. Jewish people have a canon of, I think the official numbering is 24, which is because they take books like 1st and 2nd Samuel and 1st and 2nd Kings and 1st and 2nd Chronicles and Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. Is it, Rabbi?
Well, Esther's in there, yeah.
Yeah, they add all those up to be one book, so they count them as 24 books in the Hebrew Bible.
Oh, wait. Say that one more time. I'm not sure I understood what you said.
So there are Christians have the same Protestant Christians have the same Old Testament as Jewish people have in the Tanakh. And
not really. That's not true.
Well, the book number, like they have a book of Isaiah, they have a book of Jeremiah.
Yeah, but we don't have the book of Maccabees.
And that's why I said Protestant. The Protestant Bible. The Catholics have First and Second Maccabees, but Protestants don't have First and Second Maccabees in their canon. But Protestants have a 39 book canon, and each book correlates with the Hebrew Bible. But the reason that if you ask like a Jewish scholar how many books are in the Hebrew Bible, they'll tell you 24, is because they take books like First and Second Samuel, and that's one book. First and Second Kings, that's one book, and then they take the 12. Yeah,
39 books in the Hebrew Bible.
Yeah, although some people say 24 because of the way they count it.
I don't know how would they get that.
They get
maybe
that
because they're combining like First and Second Samuel, First and Second Kings,
and they also combine the 12 minor prophets and make them one because they're so short. That's how they do it.
Oh, interesting.
But it looks like you are a fellow non-believer, Aviva Sativa, and I do have someone in the box who's ready to come up and talk to me. But hey, thanks for coming up, bud, and talking to us.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. We got here Zach. Zach, are you at least 18?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Are you at least 18?
I'm sorry. I'm 16. I should.
Okay.
My fault.
Wait. Before. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So it's interesting because that means that he lied on his TikTok account in order to put he put his age at 18, and so you don't even have to ask for ages on these things because it means that they put their age as 18, and that means, and I would wonder what he should say that a Christian should do if they've lied.
Yeah. Don't forget, bud, Zach, that it says in the New Testament that liars have no place in the world to come. But I don't even want to talk to them. Like, I asked because I don't want to talk to them. I barely like talking to 19-year-olds. So I cut it off at 18 because after that they're just not capable.
Totally. Yodi does a great bit where he says when he suspects that it's an underage user, he'll say, "What do you think should happen to people who lie?"
Oh, right.
And then he'll dog walk him right into it, and he'll say, "You should repent," and then he kicks him off.
There's something that happens kind of similar to this in like interrogation rooms where they know the guy did it, and they ask him, "What do you think should happen to the guy who actually committed this crime?" And then like if they're innocent, they will like usually say something like, "Oh yeah," like they'll give him like the harshest punishment ever. And then sometimes, and then there's other times when they actually the culprit, they'll say something like, I would think that maybe give him a couple years, and she like it's like something really light." Oh man,
well, that's like King David, right? Like when Nathan comes to King David and is like, "What do you think should be done to the rich man that steals the sheep from the poor man for the sacrifice?"
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, he gives the harshest punishment because he doesn't realize. Yeah, it's good. Hey Dalton,
that man is you.
How is the Gary Reed? I'm still reading through it. It's a long work, and I'm a procrastinator, but I'm reading through it, and so far it's really good. Everyone in the comment section, you see right here, Atheist Prime. Click if you want to see an expose on Darth Dawkins. Maybe I'll stop reading it and then I'll read it on my Atheist. Would you okay if one of these days I read it on my live to my audience on like a Sunday or something like that? Awesome, thanks, fantastic. Fantastic. Or like for the census, definitely plagues. Okay, we have a super chat here. We got a couple.
So my voice thing isn't working, so I have to do it myself. At Zach Petrodoff with the $5. Why did the nun become an atheist after getting kicked out of the church's bakery? Because God doesn't want none unless she got buns on. Hardy har har. Zach. Oh man.
This is the audience I have cultivated. Bunch of corny ass motherfuckers, just like me. I see you all out there. And
At Simeon Urchin with the $4.99. I love the Ethiopian canon. Enoch makes much of the mythos actually kind of coherent and makes some of the New Testament quotes from Enoch make more sense.
oh Jesus, starting to sound like Lego Batman over here. Computer. Find Joker. Anyways, oh man, has anyone here seen the Lego Batman movie? It's hilarious.
It's great. So good.
Yeah. I love the fact that he calls his bat computer, calls it pewter. Look at us, the gang, all here. We have grown accustomed to a certain standard of living. The country deity. Yes, we have. Let's see. Someone asked me as an atheist. I missed that comment quite a bit ago, so sorry about that. Thank you for the heart taps, Cam. Everyone, make sure you see this face. Just tap that face. Tap that face like Jonathan wanted to tap King David. Oh, a little puzzle. Thank you. Boop. Thank you, TikTok, for keeping me entertained with your puzzles. Brock says, God bless, bro. God bless, brother. Jesus loves you. Have a good one. Praying for you. John 3:16. I don't know what you thought you did there, Brock, but you did a whole lot of nothing. And may the force be with you. Cam says, I love playing the Lego Star Wars game. I've never
be with you.
May the Schwartz be with you. Oh man, are you excited for the sequel?
So excited.
Yeah. The Spaceballs 2. The new one. That's what they're calling it. I have never watched any of the Lego movies though. Oh, Cam. You gotta go watch the Lego movie and then Lego Batman and then Lego 2 movie 2. They're so funny. As an adult, they are so funny. Everything is awesome. For God so loved the world, he drowned everyone. Yeah. Accurate.
Hey, can you think of any biblical insults?
Biblical insults?
I'm doing R-rated Torah stories with our teen group tonight, and I've been told that I'm not allowed to read Ezekiel 23, though.
Oh man, that's too bad. I was about to go to Ezekiel 23:20.
Totally.
Biblical insults. Oh man. Oh, I really
Genesis 19, like the origin story of Ammon and Moab is on the list.
I think the first one that comes to my mind is Elijah, like insulting the prophets of Baal by saying that
on the list.
That,
yep.
Of course, yeah. Okay, then I've got nothing.
Louder. Maybe he's on vacation.
Yeah, I like the maybe he's relieving himself.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Love that. Do it quickly before our government bans Lego. All right, we got here Anthony Man 226. Hello there. Have we spoken before?
Yes.
Okay, just so I can get a reminder.
I think you're the one I told how Jesus saved me from homosexuality.
Ew. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to ask you my preliminary questions the same way I ask everyone else. Are you at least 18?
Yes. Yes.
What pronouns do you go by, bud?
I am.
I am. Neither of those words are pronouns.
Okay, I am.
No,
I
you
am
got.
I is a pronoun.
Oh, I guess I is a pronoun. It's a first person pronoun. But what are your third here? Maybe I have to help you out because
I ain't got no third.
Maybe I gotta help you out because you might not be smart enough for this conversation. But we'll find out. What are your third person pronouns, bud? You have. By the way, like I don't know how you. It's not the same on every live, but on my lives, you have to answer these 3 preliminary questions. Or you don't get to gain it. Oh, well, then I guess I'm not going to talk to you, am I?
Well, no, I'm in my.
You can't answer the questions. I don't want to talk to you. Gross. Yeah, this person was on. Yeah, Cam says yuck. He was on my live earlier. He was, and he was just as gross then.
Also, if you are, if you're interested, there's a remarkable ethnography on these horrible institutions of, you know, conversion therapy called Straight to Jesus by Tanya Erling, I think is what her name was. But it's a remarkable ethnography and just highlights how problematic these institutions are.
Straight to Jesus by Tanya Erzin. All right, I will check that out because you know, love more data snapshotted. Anthony tried to come back up, but Anthony, I will let you come back up, but you just have to answer the questions. Like, if you can't answer my simple 3 question, it tells me one of 2 things. You're either too stupid to have the conversation, in which case I don't want to talk to you because I don't. Stupid people, that is my pet peeve. Or you're too dishonest and I don't talk to dishonest people. Mr. Jerry is going to be our next guest. Mr. Jerry, I'm going to ask you the same 3 preliminary questions I ask every one of my guests, and you have to answer them. Question number 1, are you at least 18? Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Jerry, are you at least 18? I hear like a TV vaguely in the background. Mr. Jerry, I'm going to need you to respond to me or else I'm going to have to let go of you, bud. All right. Bye. Okay. Anyways. Man, they are just, they're letting them out. I don't know where all these people come from. Let's see.
Going good.
Must have been a booty call. I mean, butt dial. Calling a butt dial a booty call is crazy. I love that. Atheist says, God sending his finest, it seems. Well, listen, the God of Christianity, I think that this is Jesus' finest. Because, like, you know, Jesus' finest, his soldiers just ain't, they just ain't it.
They're not soldiering well today, but I'm here to, I will at the very least attempt to represent them to the best of my abilities.
Joshua, how have you been?
I've been busy. I moved to a different state.
Really?
I started a new job. Yeah.
What is that like, moving to a new state? Because I'm thinking about leaving Texas.
I mean, it's not, you know, it's not an issue for me because I just moved back to like my home state. So like I moved back to Wisconsin. I'm not gonna say where, obviously, but that's
Go Packers.
Oh yeah. God damn it. Surrounded. I moved. I was living in a larger city, and now I live in fucking Wisconsin. So, like, I'm used to it. It's nothing that I'm not, you know, used to. It's a culture shock depending on where you go.
Joshua Turney says, wait a minute. Says infinite regression poses problems. It doesn't. Not under B theory of time. It doesn't.
I will say, and yeah, no, it's valid to forget that Wisconsin is a state. I think that's fair. But I will say that, like, you know, if you're, you know, it sucks if you go someplace where you don't know anybody. I was lucky enough that I moved someplace where I do know some people, so I'm not entirely alone.
That will be the biggest hurdle I will have to overcome, is that when I do move out, I will probably be moving somewhere where I hardly know anybody. And so and I'm not, okay. I'm an introvert, so making new friends is going to be very difficult. But
you'll figure it out though.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. But I don't forget Wisconsin's a state because I just got done watching Danny Phantom. And that's where Vlad Masters is from. B theory of time presents the same issue. You claim God's plan. You claim God's planned presence. What? No, in B theory of time, All moments of time are equally actual. Therefore, you don't need to traverse an infinity in order to get to the present. We're just there already. I forgot that. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think if even if someone paid me, I don't think I could name all 50 states.
Oh, thank you, Finn. I know for sure that I could not name 50 states. I could definitely name a lot of them.
Yeah, it also presupposes all events occurring have to occur. No, not that they have to occur. Yeah, I mean, I have no problems with that. I'm a determinist. I don't have any problem with the idea that all events that occur have to occur. Like, I just like, yeah, that's the default. Because free will is not a real thing. It's an incoherent idea. Cam says, I could name all 50. I believe in myself. Cam, you are more than welcome to come up on this live and list all 50 states. I will take a list out and I will mark them off as you name them. I can't not real set. Wait a minute. In alphabetical order. No. I just want to hear Cam do it.
In alphabetical order, that's just diabolical.
That is something else.
That is wild.
Lil Tono says, I can only because I had to sing the state song in school.
God damn.
I can't probably name very many American presidents. Let me think. George Washington, Thomas
Jefferson.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, John Adams. Bush Senior, Bush Junior.
Don't forget like James Garfield.
Yeah,
Chester Arthur.
He loves Mondays. Yeah.
Grover Cleveland.
Oh, he hates Mondays. Never mind.
Haha. You got the Roosevelt cousins. They weren't brothers. They were cousins.
I do know Roosevelt because, like, I think it was a week ago. I was looking at a picture of Roosevelt. I was like, it kind of looks like me. Not happy about that.
Oh. Yeah.
Calvin Coolidge. Calvin Cool Ranch.
Yeah. Woodrow Wilson.
Man, you guys are going off. I'm Clinton.
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
And Truman.
Nixon. Reagan.
Gerald Ford.
Oh, Biden.
Pretty much, yeah, I mean, like, some, yeah. Yeah.
We went from Obama to Biden, and that's how I will want to remember history.
Yep, that's all that there was.
Al Gore. Ouch.
Should have been Al Gore.
Yeah. That's my Roman Empire, by the way. I think about Al Gore about 16 times a day.
That's a valid Roman Empire.
Ronald Reagan.
I said Reagan, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Damn. I also don't remember things all that well. So giving a list of presidents would be very difficult for me because I would 100%
Ronald Reagan
repeat. And
Definitely
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Yeah, that piece of shit.
And George Washington.
And George Washington. He was involved to some degree, I think. I'm not sure, but he's not really well known.
Oh man alive. Okay, I think I'm going to do a quick restart on the TikTok side since it's been about an hour.
Okay.
It's been over an hour. So I'm going to do a quick restart and we will see you all again in a moment.
Okay.
Oh, it said remove Rata Gandalf. Why?
What the fuck?
Bye. That was funny. Just as I was leaving, TikTok's like, and fuck you, Joshua. Oh man, it's so good. It's so funny. TikTok is such a baby, you know? You got booted again? No, I didn't get booted. Joshua did. Quick draw with a restart. Yeah, I'm quick on it. Let's see. Man alive. I wonder if we can get a Christian to come up who about naming all 50 yeah. Comical. Let's see. Hello, Jack. Good to see you here. Everyone, make sure to tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Tapping is clapping, and I want to see you all clapping. Clap this cheek. Clap these cheeks, y'all. What's up? What's up? Did you just start? I just restarted. Hello, Believe Women. Hello, Cam. Hello, all the peoples. Mr. Zeke. Truly special. Hello. What was the possible justification for the story of Hagar? The justification? I don't think there's any justifying what happened to Hagar. I haven't heard, I'm sure the justification that they would possibly give is something to the effect of, well, that was just then. That's just how the culture was back then. Women just got dismissed by their husbands. Uriah got done dirty. He did get done dirty. God being whatever necessary existence allows us to exist is clearly good. God being whatever God being whatever necessary existence allowed us to exist is clearly good. Well, those were certainly words in an order. Individually, they have meaning. In that order, though, not so much. You might be dyslexic. God being whatever necessary existence allowed us to exist is clearly good. That is not a coherent sentence, I think. Am I tripping, y'all? Does this sentence make any sense? God being whatever necessary existence allowed us to exist is clearly good. Well, I can go on wackadoo.
And at Brian Peck with the $5. I'm late to the game. You don't remember the 50 Nifty United States song?
No, I never did sing any United States song. I think the closest thing I ever did to something like that is that in the 5th grade, they made us recite the Emancipation Proclamation. No, sorry, the Gettysburg Address. Free candy. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Are you at least 18?
I'm here to help with any questions you have. Feel free to ask me anything.
At least now they're not even pretending that they're AI. You know? That they're not AI.
I'm here to help with any questions you have. Feel free to, I don't even know what the next part is.
Feel free to ask whatever questions you like. How many of you would like me as your GPS? Turn the fuck around. Anyways. Turn around every now and then. I need you to turn around. Anyways.
What's
David's
a controversial thing we can talk about?
David's over says, I didn't ask to exist. Yeah, Yahweh. But you know, I'm okay. I'm okay with the fact that I do. I get to do nice things and see nice things and talk to nice things. You would have to not appreciate your life to not appreciate what gave you life. My parents gave me life, not Yahweh.
Gave you life. You would have to not appreciate your life to not appreciate what gave you life.
Follow that line. Follow that line back. Evolution, abiogenesis, the laws of physics, the universe existed eternally. There is no God. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, Jag, your likes are registering. Thank you so much for all the likes.
Which, by the way, did you ever hear about that? Because I was listening to Gutsick Gibbons' seminar on bird evolution because I really fucking love dinosaurs. It's my favorite. But Did you know that they were like messing around with bird genetics, and not only did they do that thing where they gave the chicken teeth, but they also did the thing where they messed with their genetics so that they grew like a maw, like a dinosaur mouth, the snout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen this on the internet before. I've heard about it. They're doing
I
crazy
haven't heard
stuff.
that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The universe exists eternally, so no Big Bang. No, that's not what that means. I really wish Christians would actually learn about what the Big Bang is. The Big Bang does not teach that the universe had a beginning or that it came into
That in the
being.
That and the double slit experiment. Please stop bringing that up. And mitochondrial Eve. That is not Eve, actual Eve. It's supposed to be like a play on words.
Yeah. The Big Bang is simply the Big Bang is the expansion of a singularity. Most scientists don't accept that there was a singularity anymore, but it is the expansion of space. But the Big Bang doesn't tell you what happened prior to that expansion. And because you can't get something from nothing and there is something, I'm inclined to believe that there was never nothing and the universe always existed.
And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the current scientific consensus says that there are multiple Big Bangs in the unobservable universe, probably.
Maybe. I can see that happening. Quantum fluctuations, as long as it has zero energy, it could be stable enough to sustain a rapid expansion. So the universe would fit the label God if it necessarily exists? No. Because God is supernatural. The universe is natural. God is a divine agent. The universe is not an agent. So no, it wouldn't fit the description of a God. Finn says, hey, it's the Bibble Gibble. Hey, Finn, good to see you here. Like, it's funny how Christians, every time they think the universe is eternal, they think that's all it takes to describe God. Like, do y'all forget that God has so many other attributes that the universe doesn't have?
Well, like a lot of them are grasping onto straws. They're just trying to find any sort of, well, I mean, have you heard like a lot of like Christians sort of try to recite scientific discoveries that quote unquote prove God? Like that, what was it? The protein in your blood that can be found that sometimes
Laminin.
takes the shape of a cross. Yeah. That
Laminin,
thing.
which only takes the shape of a cross in a diagram. In real life, it always looks like this. Anyways, yeah, all powerful and all good. The universe isn't either of those things. If something can exist without relying on anything else, how wouldn't it fit those descriptions? Because the universe isn't a moral agent, therefore it can't be all good and all powerful. Like, I suppose all power that does exist exists only in the universe. But again, that's not a God. It's not a moral agent. The universe doesn't make decisions. It doesn't think in any in any way whatsoever. Fish King says, at Bible Guy, can we throw chairs here, or do you like your lives more reserved? Throw chairs? What does that mean?
I'm guessing start fights in the comments section. I do it all the time.
I mean, hey, fight people in the as long as you don't use slurs, your guys are fine.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm a lot more distracted nowadays, but I'm quite okay with that.
I'm medicated, so I'm good to go.
Well, I'm definitely just high on something else right now. Anyways, she's listening. We got here Hugga Baha. Hugga Baha. Are you at least 18 years old? Oh, hey. Wasn't looking for 5 seconds.
What I was looking at. I was like, what is that?
What a fucking jackass.
You might probably have to restart, huh?
You know what? I'm going to restart just because of that asshole. And
yeah.
What was his name? Hugga. If I see him again, I'll block his ass. Literally.
Yeah.
Typical Christians. Am I right, guys? All right. Amos Moose. Amos Moose, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
And what pronouns do you go by?
I don't really use those to identify my gender or sex. I'm a man.
What pronouns do you go by?
I don't go by pronouns.
So
Do you not understand the English language?
Could you say that again without using pronouns?
Is this a spelling bee, the next thing we're gonna have here, or what?
Did I ask you to spell anything? Here's the rules. Like
Why
McDonald's
do I have
says,
to give you my pronouns?
so McDonald's says no shoes, no shirt, no service, and no pronouns, no service on this channel, bud.
Is that on the live? Where does it say that? I'm
That's the
looking for
official.
it.
That's the official rules. I'm laying them down
I
here.
know, I'm trying to find it. Is it up there? Where
No,
does
it's
it
not-
show me?
It's not up there, but I'm the boss. I get to make
Not
the rules.
on the screen, so you're making up rules.
Bye, jackass. Everyone who watches the Bible Guy Show knows we always ask our audience, our guest members, for their pronouns. And if you're too much of a snowflake to tell me what your pronouns are, then I don't want to talk to you. Apparently, guest doesn't understand the English language. Nah, the guys, these people, they don't have good education. I'm surprised they're even able to read. Hola again. Hola, Chloe. Usually I uses I constantly. That's a pronoun, sweetums. Exactly. They're just not the smartest pickles in the jar. Why do theists have such a problem with basic speech? I don't know. Does religion just make you dumber? I don't know. His pronouns are USA. I mean, you is a pronoun. Why do, yeah. Fantastic. And we got another super chat here.
My voice is starting to get raspy. But at all, with the 5 Canuck bucks. Good day. How's it going, There are 10 types of people in the world. Those who can read binary and those who can't. Very good.
And at Mythical Rampelion with the $5. Just a quick question. Did we get a resolution to your healing prayer from last week? Let's see if you still need your glasses. Hashtag Peggy or something.
Well, clearly
it didn't work. Because as you guys can see, I still got my my glasses on because I'm still blind as fuck. Because sorry, Justine, but the prayers didn't work. And we got this person here in the comment section who still doesn't understand that regardless of the necessary existence has a mind, we still should be grateful for it. My dude, like, do a little proofreading. Say it out loud to yourself before you push send. That'll help a lot. So guys, I totally need to make myself more like Aragorn. That seems to be the new plan. Wait, what do you mean you need glasses? Don't you know the human eye is so perfectly designed? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. The eye is so perfect. All the while I'm looking at them like this. What? Aragorn? Yes, Aragorn. Man, it's just been one crazy after another today, huh? Is the guy with the is he the guy with the magic sword? Is Aragorn's sword magical? I know that Sting is magical, but that's Frodo's sword. Here's someone who might be able to tell me.
I can answer this to some degree.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily magical.
I
Although,
didn't think so.
So Narsil, I believe, was forged by the Numenor, or by the Men of the West. However, it doesn't hold any specialized powers. It was carried by Elendil, who then attempted to unalive Sauron, but was unfortunately grievously wounded in combat and then passed on. And then Sauron stepped on Narsil, which then shattered it. And then, Isildur basically cut the ring from Sauron's hand. That blade was shattered, but was then reforged by the elves and then handed down to Aragorn as a way to unite the armies of men once more.
Well, thank you for that clarification. I figured as much to some degree. I figured it wasn't like Sting or anything like that.
Right. Hang on. Let me just double check my work. I'll be right back.
Isn't the sword enchanted though? It was enchanted on the Reforge? It's not magic, but it's not it's not magic, but it's not magic. Maybe mystic is the better word. It's mystical. Swordo Baggins. As believable as the resurrection. Facts. I would sooner believe Lord of the Rings than I would the Gospels.
So I was wrong. It was not forged by the Numenor at all. I was so fucking wrong. It was forged by a dwarf named Telkar, who was a very famous dwarven smith. Yeah, I was right. Telkar. Telchar. But no, it is not. It is not magic.
GT says, love the Lord of the Rings nerdery. I'm always in favor of more Lord of the Rings nerdery on this channel. It's the piece of fantasy that I enjoy more than the Bible. But anyways, it looks like we're not really getting any opposition, so I might just have to call it for the day. But I have another super chat here.
That's sad.
At John Klein with the $5. I'm hoping Tom Bombadil calls in now.
I would love that if Tom Bombadil strolled on by, give us a call. Love that. But anyways, yes, we might just have to call it early today, but luckily for all of you fine people over on YouTube and TikTok, like I said, we were going to be live every day this week. Tomorrow we will go live at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That way we have enough time to do a full show if we want to, but also early enough off that you guys can go and watch Justin's live. But let me see who's live right now that I can send you funky kids off to. Let's see who's live right now. And then for the people who are on, by the way, don't worry about if you're on TikTok, the live's not ending. It's only ending on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, the live is about to end, but we're going to continue over on TikTok with the after show. So if you want to come over and hang out with us on TikTok, feel free to do so. Let's see. Who is live on YouTube right now that I can send you guys off to? Allegedly Ian. Go and hang out with Allegedly Ian if you're on YouTube and you don't want to come over to TikTok. That's your assignments. So, with that, I've been the Bible Guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we'll see you all again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye.
like a sword of desire, ancient scrolls and cosmic flame. He tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the stars align. Knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason
What was the last field drug you had up here? And what was
he
working
reads
on?
the word and he reads it well. The Bible guide, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he writes the night. With reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guide. Scrolls of ages, words aflame. He dares to question every name. From Eden's dawn to Calvary's sky, he breaks the chains of every lie. Logos, Logos, the word and the flame. Reason shall rise and truth has a name. The Bible guide, he shines with reason's holy light. Through myth and faith, through earth and sky, forever our rights, the Bible.